Today I thought I'd start a series making the balloons that I typically make for different gigs, line work or birthday parties or something like that, and sharing several of those designs with you. I haven't come up with these designs. These are designs I've learned throughout the years. I've been doing balloon twisting for about 26 years. I've taken different times off throughout those years, not making balloons for various reasons. I am here to help teach you how to do some not hard advanced balloon twisting, because that's not what I'm about. I don't do all of the different crazy balloon dresses and all that, the distortion and all that. I do a little distortion, but not a whole lot. Not enough to say that I know what I'm doing, because it's just not something I've tried to learn over the years. I like doing just the basic stuff that kids would love. I don't do it to make these big elaborate designs and things like that. So I just wanted to share a little bit of what I do know with you, and a little extra help learning different designs. Like my wife, she's just started in balloon twisting, and now she's going out on her first real gig with me this weekend, as a matter of fact. And maybe she can watch these videos and kind of get a refresher on that too. But she's doing a great job anyway. So we're going to take a 260 balloon, and we're going to leave about a 4, 5, 6 inch tail. Just something in this general vicinity, general area. You can always take out air if you need to, put more in. That's going to be for the body. And then for the ears and the nose, we're doing another 260, a darker color of the I call them brown. Because tan is basically a light brown, and then I got the mocha brown here. They're not Qualitex, they're Sempertech balloons, which I love, by the way. And with the one with the ears, just blow it up about halfway. It does not matter how long a tail. It does not matter even if you make this that far and the only ears are going to be like that size right there. You're just going to have short ears. I like having longer ears, so I blow it up a little bit more. And then I use the tip for the nose. And you'll see that in a second. And you'll also need a little scrap piece of red. Just a little bitty scrap piece. I always use my scrap. As Cecilia from a Pack of Globo says, don't throw your scraps away. You can always use them. And she's right. Now let's take our lighter color. You can use a light blue, dark blue. That's a combination like in Holly's picture. You can use light pink, dark pink. I'm looking at my balloon bag to kind of help. A light lime green, a forest green, whatever colors you want. As long as you got a lighter color and a darker color of it, it works out really well. A purple and pink for a little girl is perfect. It works out really good. So let's take our balloon, and we're just going to wrap a loop around. Just take the nozzle and just squeeze the balloon right here where you want it to connect, and just twist about 3 or 4 times. Take your nozzle, push it through here, out the other side to lock it in place. That way it's not going anywhere. This is the muzzle of the dog. So now we're going to make the face of the dog, or the eyes. We're going to use about 4 fingers. I'm not good at doing it this way, by the way, guys. So just bear with me. About 4 fingers, or however long you want. There's no exact measurements. So you don't have to, unless you're trying to be really particular. There's no exact measurements. And I've got one of my hairs on here. I don't need to lose many. I don't have that many to spare. Alright, so after you make that first part, you know, about a hand's width is basically what it is, the palm of your hand. Make a pinch twist right at the top. I know some people don't do this, but I do the pinch twist at the top. And all you're doing is making a little bubble about 1 inch, putting the 2 ends together like this, grabbing that round little bubble, 1 inch bubble, grab it, pull it, twist it, and you got a pinch twist. Now we're going to come back down and make the exact same size bubble here for the other side for the other eyeball. And what I like to do is just bring it down, pinch it together, and twist. And most of the time it'll come out exactly the same. And if one's just a little bit smaller or whatever, if it's not like a huge obvious thing, don't worry about it. The kids aren't really going to care. And if they do point it out, then so be it. Just you think it looks weird, just undo it and do it again and measure it a little bit more. So now we got the dog's muzzle, the dog's eyes, and the little pinch twist up here. It's going to hold the ears. Now we're going to make the dog's neck. And with that, I always do about 3 fingers. I told you I'm not still trying to get the hang of making videos. So about 3 fingers for the neck, or you can do it a palm's width. So you can make it just like a basic dog body, the classic dog body. And that's basically all we're doing anyway. All right, so then you're gonna make the leg, and it's gonna be about another palm's length. And then you're gonna pull the balloon back up to match that and do the same size bubble right there. Now you can twist this separately, or you can twist it together, or twist the size bubble and then put it together. It just saves time to just twist it all at once. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get to the back legs. So we're going to take the body, and however long you want the body of the dog, do that. Normally it's just a hand's width, but kind of look at what you've got left. If you've only got about that much left, you got to think about this, the size of your legs, because if you don't have a lot of space here left, make your legs a little smaller. No one's going to know that, you know, it's not the right size or whatever. And plus, different dogs have different size legs. Like a little dachshund isn't going to have the same size leg as, say, a Labrador or a Doberman Pinscher or a Pit Bull or something like that. They're going to have little tiny legs. And then if somebody wants to point it out, say, hey, it's a wiener dog. It doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to do this one right about a hand's width, because I've got plenty of room. And if it does pop loose like that, just grab it and twist it again. Alright, and you're wanting to make another bubble the same as this. You want the back leg the same as the front. So it's going to be a hand's width. After a while, you get kind of used to measuring it with your eyeballs. And then just twist it a few times. We're going to do the same thing. Pull it up. You're going to, well, let's do it with measuring it. So let's take, I've already got it all. Alright, I'm getting all messed up here. Alright, so you got the hand's width. Let's go with another hand's width. You can twist it and then twist it together. See, it just takes a little bit more time to do that. Now you can leave it just like this for the body, but there's one step that I take to keep me from having to remake this dog or fix this dog every 5 seconds. And that is to take the tail of the dog and roll it through these balloons. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to push this through the center here. And when I say roll it, I want you to grab these two while you're pushing this through, and just kind of roll it around until that pops through. And what it does is it locks that in place, so nothing the kid does is going to affect it other than the shape, and then you just twist it. It's not going to knock it loose or anything like that, no matter how hard they play with it. It's almost impossible to undo now unless they actually pull it out, which most kids aren't going to do that because they're not thinking about that part. Alright, so there's the body. Now we're going to grab our darker color balloon, and what we're going to do, you can do this 2 ways with the ears. You can make one long loop, and if you do this, give it a little squeeze to loosen it up and give the air a little bit more play in here, so it's not quite as tight, because you're going to end up twisting this in half. But what you do, just like with the muzzle of the dog, find out whatever length you want your ear to be. Find that spot and do just like you did before. Pinch it and then wrap the nozzle around and then pull the nozzle around. And here you want to tie off the nozzle to the balloon. So you're going to kind of squeeze it and give yourself a little bit of play here, so you can tie off the balloon, tie the balloon together. So basically you have this now. Grab it here and pull like this to find the middle of the balloon, so you can have the same size ears. And you're going to twist one side of the balloon to give it this kind of shape. And this ear is a little bit bigger than that one, but like I said, we don't have to be precise. We're not having brain surgery or heart surgery or anything like that. It's so little of a difference, I'm not even going to bother with it. Now what we're going to do now is pull this part and connect it here, just like you got a mouth here, you know, like someone's talking, because they can give you the instruction with a giant mouth. That's what it looks like. I always tell the kids, look, kissy lips, and it always gets a laugh. And I always like to do something silly to make the kids laugh, because when they start laughing, it means they're having fun, and then the parents will smile, and sometimes they'll even laugh at the stupid jokes too. But you take the two ends, put them together, twist it 2 or 3 times, take the nozzle, wrap it through the loops, each one of them, to kind of get it together. And we don't need this part here, so what we're going to do is go ahead and do the nose. So make a bubble about the size that you want your nose. This one's about 2 fingers width, and I did it on this side of the balloon, so I go up here to the nozzle, so it doesn't have a tied part on the end of the nose like it's got a zit or something. It should be a nice smooth nose. It might have a little dot on it for the tip of the balloon, but not like it would if you had to tie and cut off a nozzle there. So we're going to take that piece while holding this here and making sure it doesn't come unraveled. We're going to push the air in this balloon here up to the top of the nozzle. So you're going to, well, I'll let go. And that's an easy fix. Now you grab it and squeeze it until it goes up to the very top, and got to give it a nice little stretch there. Keep a hold of it, don't let go. Now you got the dog's nose. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut this piece right here with either scissors or a cutter to where you have the ears and you have the nose that is still needs to be tied. What I like to do, see how it's got, I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can get closer. This little dip right here. I like to kind of push it up as far as I can and just start twisting the balloon right here and getting it tight. And now all I'm doing is holding this side over here and twisting the balloon, and I'm holding this really tight so it tightens this, getting rid of that little nipple that was right there on the end, because now all it is just a little bit darker spot. And once you get that, tie it off as close to the bubble as you can get it. The best way of doing that is taking 2 fingers, wrapping it around your finger, and taking the remainder of the balloon through it and pulling that knot out there. And you should only need to tie it once. So now you got the nose. You're going to take the nose into the muzzle right here where the hole is, from in between this loop here. Stick it in there. And this is all I do. You can push it to the front while you push this to the front here like this. Pull this at the same time like this. And just let go. And as you can see, it's got all this sticking out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it off so it's no longer there. And this nose, I've never had an issue with the nose coming off. See, the pressure of that loop twist is holding it in place. And I'm shocked that it doesn't fall out or anything. And I always tell people, if anything happens, most likely it's going to be this nose falls off. And if so, just stick it through there, just pull it, and it'll go back in place. That's all. That's what I tell them. But I've never had an issue with it. Some people will take and have a longer tail and take it all the way across here and tie it around the neck. But I have a problem with that sometimes because it'll pull the nose back this way, and you don't want it in the middle of its head. And sometimes it'll even pull it all the way back. See, it's got such pressure I can't even pull it back there right now. So it's got a really nice pressure fit there. Alright, so if I can get my ears out of the floor, you do not need this piece here, so go ahead and cut it off as well, so that all you have is the two allies, or glasses, or masquerade. Yeah, I mean, there's a hoot owl, talky lips. Anyway, I'm a little warped. I can't help it. Now I take your ears to the pinch twist right out here at the top of its head. Pull, slightly pull. Let me show this. Just slightly pull out your ears and separate them while you stick it into the top of the pinch twist here. And then just push it back, and I always wrap it around one time just to make sure that it doesn't come off. So you should have a dog that has ears sticking out the sides. Now, depending on the size of your ears, if you got ears halfway here, you might not be able to do this. That's why I like the big long ears, so you can grab it and just kind of bend it over and just kind of rub it back and forth, just lightly doing it. Don't squeeze it, because if you squeeze it, it's going to pop, and nobody likes to pop the balloon. See how it gives it that nice little curve to it, like the floppy ear? It makes it so much cuter that way. And now all you need to do is take a marker, a Sharpie, whatever color you want to use. I always use black. Now I'm just going to put a basic, let's see if we can do this. Just a basic circle. Another basic circle. This is hard to do this way. Wow, I really got them off. Let me just look at it and do it from here, so I can get it looking at least like I kind of know what I'm doing. We got the eyeballs. You can already see the dog there, but I do it a little bit farther. I always put freckles on the dog. I don't know why. I guess to represent the whiskers. I don't draw the whiskers or anything on it. I just do the little dots there. Now, at this point, you could draw a little grin on the dog's face, like, say, this here. Or if you got time and want to have every kid wanting it this exact way, you can use a little scrap red, give it a little puff of air, and figure out about how long, about an inch from the nipple, or the end of it. Tie it off, and then cut off that the piece you don't need, and take that little piece here and put it right here underneath the nose here. Sometimes when you do that, the nose pops off. But just like that, so you have the dog's tongue sticking out, and that makes it really cute. And I don't tend to do this often unless it's at a birthday party and it's really slow or something. You can use a 260, you can use a 360, you can use a heart balloon. Those are really cute as a tongue. But I always have scrap 260s, and they work perfect for the tongue. As a matter of fact, every time I have a scrap 260, as long as it's about that big, I keep it. My wife says I'm a balloon hoarder, which I am. I can't lie. I've got a whole bag on the back of my my balloon cart. I've got a couple bags of scraps. It's crazy. But that's the life of being a balloon twister. But there you go. That's the advanced puppy dog. I call it the puppy. I call the classic dog, like your basic balloon dog, I call it the dog, and I call this the puppy, just so I know the difference, because I don't really care to do the classic dog unless it's what somebody wants. I don't tend to have it on my menu unless I'm working a really busy festival or something like that, because I'd rather make a puppy dog that looks more like a puppy dog, like this one. And I hope you enjoyed it, and give it a shot. If you need to, just kind of go back and rewind and pause in between. That's how, when I do videos, learn new designs, I'll always go back and hit pause and get to where they are, go let them go, and then start all over again, and go from there. But that's the puppy dog, and that's one that I use all the time, and the kids love it, the parents love it, the girls especially love it. And that's it for today. I hope this made sense, and I know it's been a little wacky because it can't be edited or anything like that, but hey, that's life, right? I'm Jackie the Balloon Guy, and I hope you have had a great time, and hey, if the balloon pops, try it again. Balloons pop. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. Keep twisting.